Hello, welcome to Infinite Method Strengthening You. All right, we're ready for another great workout. We're going to start on our left hip. Nice open chest. We're going to bring this arm over, neutral head, open shoulder, bringing it over. If you're first getting started and you're tight, you can do it like that. Remember, the rib is popping up to the ceiling and the hip is pulling down to the mat. So you're trying to separate your upper body from your lower body. So really arch into that rib, keep that neutral head, reaching, and one more. Good. All right, we're gonna switch over to the other side. Nice open chest, down on your forearm, keeping that head neutral, straight arm reaching, open shoulder, pull that rib up, pull that hip down, reach, up and over, pull. Good, and we're going to do one more. Big inhale. Remember, on the exhale, you're sucking your belly in and up. If you don't know what that means, go to my first fundamental video to learn how to grab your core muscles. Good. All right, we're gonna sit. If you have tight hamstrings, you'll have bent knees. Your feet are mat width apart, otherwise you'll have straight legs with your feet facing to the ceiling. Most important part is that your back is straight. So if your hamstrings are tight and you're back here, you need to bend your legs until you're here. So we're gonna lift from the core, shoulders stay back and down. You're gonna round your head and shoulders, rounding over and pulling through. Stack it back up, one vertebrae at a time. Big inhale. Exhale, tuck the head, rounding forward, tuck the belly back, stacking it up, tuck and round, keeping those shoulders pulled back and down. One more, tuck your head, belly back, round and reach, and stacking it up. Nice. We're going to lie on our backs. You're going to put your arms out next to you, and we're going to sway the knees over to the right. You're going to look to the left and reach your left arm long and away from you with the palm facing to the ceiling preferably. Then sway back to center. Drop the knees to the left. Reach the right arm, palm facing up, trying to separate the upper body and the lower body again. Good. One more. Big inhale. Exhale, tuck the belly. Use the lower abs to move that pelvis over and over to the opposite way. Reach, palm up, and scooping back to center. Nice. All right, we're going to extend our right leg up and grab around the leg and flex and point and circle to warm up the foot. You can extend the other leg long if you're flexible. Keep the shoulders back and down. Everything's nice and relaxed. Good. Bend that leg and we'll switch over to the other side. So this leg is bent if you're tight, otherwise you'll have your leg straight. Circle, flex the foot. Nice. And let it release. Good. So make sure your feet are your own foot's distance from your glutes. We're going to bridge. So you have your neutral spine. Inhale. On the exhale, you're going to scoop, your full scoop, then one vertebrae at a time, rounding up. Pull your hands to your heels. Reach as high as you can into the chest and shoulders. And then one vertebrae at a time, rounding down. Re-scoop your vertebrae to get the lower ones down. And scoop again, one more. Pull your arms long, reach high. Make sure your knees are hip width apart, squeezing up. Good, rounding down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And the pelvis scooping back into a neutral spine. Bring your knees up to your chest. Give them a nice hug and rock back and forth to release that lower back. Nice. And place the feet down. We're going to reach the arms, palms facing each other. Back, pull the ribs down, angel arm around. And reach again. Inhale, pull the ribs down. Exhale, reaching around. Good. Last one. Good. All right, we're going to bring our legs back up, and you're going to crunch up and grab behind your thighs, and we're going to separate the arms out, and you're going to do little pumps, and you want to inhale for 5, and then exhale for 5. So you inhale and exhale. So if you need to, you can support your head like this and pump with the one arm, and then you can switch after a few. So exhale and tuck the belly. Should not feel your lower back, so you can bend your knees if you need to. Reach long. Good. Lay that down and extend the legs long on the mat. Good. All right, so we're going to do shimmies. So you're going to pull up your right hip to your right shoulder, and then your left hip to your left shoulder. So look at my feet and see how one's getting longer than the other. So you're going to loosen it up. When you're tight in the hips, your knee's going to want to bend up like that to try to get out of it. So it's okay if it's really teeny tiny if you're tight, and that's how it'll release. So we'll do it like this. We'll try for about 10 more. 1 and 2, 4. Keep those knees down, breathing. And bend the right knee, bend the left knee, and hug the knees up to your chest. Good. We're going to extend the left leg, keeping the right one up, and I'm going to have you do 5 circles. So pull that left hip down as you circle around. We're just loosening up the hip. Keep that left foot flexed and facing to the ceiling. Good. And now we're going to reverse the circle. Exhale and away. Inhale over and up. Beautiful. Switching over to the other side. Exhale away. Inhale over and up. Keeping this foot flexed and strong. Nice. Now we're going to reverse the circle. Inhale and exhale away. Nice. All right. We're going to roll over to our stomachs. So we're going to keep our arms in a 90-degree angle. And you're going to inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to extend your arms and legs and come down again. Exhale. So squeeze your shoulder blades together. Careful that it doesn't turn into the elbows going down here. You want to keep them straight out from your shoulder. Keeping the shoulder blades pulled down. So push your pubic bone, push your hip bones into the mat. The front of the thigh. One more. And stretch back into child's pose. Come up to tabletop. Make sure your hips are right over your knees and your hands are right below your shoulder. So we're going to hinge out. So you're going to do your left leg. You want to put your weight on your left hand so that you keep your body square and your right hip doesn't pop out to try to compensate. So you should feel your obliques grabbing. Tuck the belly on the exhale and inhale back. Good. Now we're going to go straight to the other side. Exhaling out, inhaling back. So shift that weight onto your right hand. Do 3 more. Good. Stretch it back. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna have you grab your free weights. So 5s would be good, 3s or 2s if you're just getting started. So we're gonna keep our tabletop and we're gonna row and kick back. So exhale up and inhale back down. So make sure you do full range all the way back, all the way down, all the way up, all the way back. Remember, it's not your elbow just going up to the ceiling or the sky. It's your shoulder squeezing back and then your tricep. So one of the things that can happen is you can tend to fall back like that, so make sure that's not happening. And if you have a light weight and you want to make it a little harder, then you can extend away further, but be careful with that. You want to make sure the shoulder stays back and down like I taught you in the fundamental video. So make sure if you haven't taken that or seen it that you do one more, because it will make all the difference. Good. All right, switching over to the other side. Nice tabletop, exhaling up, rowing and kicking back. Nice. Keep breathing. Make sure your hips stay over your knees. 2 more, keeping that shoulder back and down. Very good. Stretch it back. Reach back into the shoulders. We're going to go into a plank. If you need to modify, you'll come down on your forearms. We're going to do a 30-second hold. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck the belly. Keep the neck loose. Try not to be this low. Make sure your back is protected with that little bit of height there. You're halfway there. If you need to go into child's pose or up into downward dog, you can do that. Try to breathe through it. Great. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stretch back into your shoulders. And now we're going to face to the side. You're going to put your forearm down on the mat and your hand in front of you. The top foot is in front of the back foot. We're going to come up into a plank here and holding. Breathe. Keep that hip high. Three more seconds. Good job. Coming down. Flip right over to the other side. Hands down, shoulder, top foot in front, coming up. Breathing, keep that hip high, keep that nice open chest. Good job. Nice, come down into child's pose and stretch it back. Good. We are going to grab our weights and you're going to come up to your knees and put your right foot forward. You're going to lean into your left hip until your knee is over your heel or that hip is fully stretched. So we're going to do a curl here, exhaling up both sides. So lean into that left hip. Your right foot should be wobbly because you're balancing and leaning into that. Keep those shoulders open. Good. Now we're going to switch over to the other leg. Make sure you give yourself enough space. You can lean into that right hip. Now we're going to do a hammer curl so the palms face your body. You can go opposite. So lean in your hip and grab your core so you don't rock around too much. So there's a lot of core involved. Do not rock your body around. Nicely done. Stretch your back out. Okay, now we're going to balance on our feet and we're going to do a curl. Then the palms face each other and you extend to the ceiling. Okay, so keep that scoop. If it's too hard to balance with your feet up, then put them down, but keep your pelvis scooped forward. Reach high every time and pull those ribs down. And one more. Good job. Stretch into your back. Okay, now we're going to do another row and tricep. So we're going to come back to a tabletop. This time you're going to put your weight in your right hand and extend your left leg. So this is the first modification if you need it. Otherwise your leg will be up, and we're going to row. Good. So make sure that leg is strong and straight and the hip is facing down, shoulders back and down. Remember that little turn in the rib that gets that little extra oblique there. Okay, now we're going to go straight into tricep. If you need to take a break, go ahead and go into child's pose. Nice. Switching over to the other side. So left hand, left knee, extend your right leg, extend it all the way up, and then you're going to do rowing. Good. Now kickbacks. Keep that leg high. Point of toe reaching. Long neck. If you have a heavier weight, you'll be going slower. So just do your best with it, but try not to go. You'll know if your weight's too heavy if you're really like all over the place. Good. So you want to make sure, stretch back into child's pose, that your weight's not so heavy that you're off balance the whole time. You want to build up so that you can stay steady. Okay, now we're going to keep our scoop and up on our knees one more time. So we're going to do delt lifts, exhaling up. So if you have really light weights, you can put both weights in your hand and do them together like this. So you can choose what you feel like doing and how, if you want to make sure it doesn't throw your balance off. So make sure you choose the lighter weight if you can keep your feet up. So keep your scoop. Nice, and stretch your back out. All right, so we're gonna place this aside and we're gonna lie back on our backs and do a little core series there. So hug your knees up to your chest just to stretch it out. So we're gonna put our hands behind our head and we're gonna start with a crisscross, so opposite elbow to knee. Remember, open shoulders, lifting from your oblique, exhaling, reaching long, inhale and exhale. The lower you kick, the harder it will be. Keep that neutral spine. Good. Now we're going to bring the knees up and the arms over your head. You're going to exhale and extend. So if you're modifying, you won't get lift. It'll look like this. Otherwise, you'll feel lift and you'll go with it. And you try to reach your arms long. Exhaling up. Pull those ribs down. Pull those shoulders down. 2 more. Good. Straight leg pull, pull, switch, pull, pull. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Open chest. Really separate those legs out. Good. Hands behind your head. Crunches and scoops for 10. So the lower abs are lifting the tailbone up. The knees are not doing the work. You learned that in the fundamental video. Now you're going to bring the knees to the left and crunch to the right just slightly. It's deep and should be burning. You're doing it correctly. Other side. Take breaks in knee sways if you need to and come back to it. Good. Extend the arms and legs. breathe into the belly. Good. Now we're going to bend the knees and put our hands behind our head, and we're going to do around the world. So you're going to do a left crunch, middle, to the right, and down. Up, middle, right. So the trick here is to keep your pelvis in neutral and keep it square, not moving. So rotate the rib cage and obliques around a stable lower body. 2 more. Up, center, and around. Up, center, and around. And other way. Right, middle, left. Good. I rounded the world, my mat, in a circle over here. All right, good job. So we'll fix that situation back out. All right, we are going to flip around our tummies, and this will help stretch, and we're going to do some back extensions. So we're going to extend arms long. We're going to do right arm, left leg extension, left arm, right leg extension. So hip bones, pubic bone in the mat, squeeze the glute, lift from the shoulder, reach, reach. So work at your own speed and pace. We're going to do a couple more. Good. Now we're going to shake that out and bring our elbows next to our bodies and the elbows close. We're going to inhale, and the exhale, you're going to lift from your back. Then push through with your arms slowly, and then slowly rounding down. Pull those shoulder blades down and lifting up. And rounding down slowly. And we'll do one more. Good. Now we're going to bend one leg and flex the foot and do little extensions up. So push the right hip down and the pubic bone and the left hip, and just contracting the glute. Good. Extend it long, reach, other side, flex the foot, little contractions. If you have lower back issues, just be really careful with this one. So keep that hip down, just contracting the glute. Good. Point, extend, long reach. Good. Now we're going to do double kick, 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 and then you extend and reach up. So try to have your head in neutral when you extend up. Kick, kick. Then extend, reach. Kick, kick. And one more. Nice. Shimmy that out and stretch back into child's pose. Good. Now we're going to go up to tabletop and extend the right arm and the left leg. You're going to extend and tap. So don't let the body move. So none of this, right? Because then this will just get out of everything. So lock that down. Think of your right shoulder, left glute lifting, tapping. So tuck the core. Try to keep the weight centered between your right knee and your left hand. Good. Switching over to the other side. So extend long, tap, reach. And do 3 more. Nice. Stretch it back. So if this pace is too fast for you, you can slow it down, and then hopefully you'll catch up the next time through the stretch. And you can always pause if you need to. So we're going to lie on our sides. We're going to extend the legs into a long straight line and put our arm in front of us. So you're going to bend your left knee, hinge the leg open, extend the leg up, and bring it down. You want to try to avoid falling back in your hip right there. So the hip stays square and you're just opening up in the sockets. If you have tight hips, your knee might stop right there, which is fine, whatever your range is. And when you extend the leg long, you should feel that inner thigh. So hopefully you're feeling it in the right spots by keeping that hip forward. Now we're going to keep this up and bring the lower leg to it for 10. And then bend the knees, and we're going to do kicks. So turn the leg forward in the socket. Nice. 5 more. Good job. We're going to flip right over. So I did a stretch video that is up on my channel. So I am not going to stretch us today. We're going to do this just workout, and then go ahead, hopefully, if you'd like to, and do the stretch after this. Okay, so we're going to straighten the legs long, bring the knee up, open. So the stretch video is about 15 minutes long for a nice, good long stretch. With this Pilates kind of mat work, we've been doing a lot of stretching and strengthening, so if you were to just not stretch, you would be fine. But I always advise extra stretching if you can get it in. You can also combine this one with the other last half-hour video I did, and then hopefully tomorrow, the next day, we'll get another vertical, more up cardio one. Good. Okay, so now we're going to keep this top one up and bring the lower one to it. Good, and then we're going to bend our knees and we're going to do kicks. Good, so remember the legs forward in the socket. Do 5 more. Nice. Good. All right, we're going to go back into child's pose. Reach your arms long. We're going to come down to our forearms. I'm going to have you point your toe, and we're going to extend the leg up and tap. So lock your core down, keep your head neutral, reach high. Two more, actually 3 more, and then we're just going to switch right over to the other leg. Pointed toe, heel close to the glute, pull that hip down. Good, tuck the belly. Do 5 more. Nicely done, and stretch it back. Good, so we're going to end this video with saw. You're going to open your legs up wide, arms out. You're going to lift from the core, up the rib, turn, round and reach, opposite pinky to pinky, and back, lift, rotate, separate, round and reach. And bringing it back. Separate, round and reach. Pull that left hip back. Good. And 1 more. Up. And round and reach. Good. Nice. And then we'll just butterfly and shake the neck out and shoulders. Great. Thank you guys so much. Remember to like my video and subscribe to my channel and share with your friends and family. This is really great for people who can't run or bike or do that kind of stuff anymore due to back issues or injuries or age or whatever, spinal stenosis or whatever it is that's causing the problem. So it's really great to share with those people so that they can benefit and hopefully get stronger and out of pain. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.